Hey, what's up, everybody? Bdf 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I'm making the long walk to take care of everything needed to pay the phone bill as usual. Since I got my GR back, now I can make that trip that I have to make every couple weeks. It seems where I have to go to Target, grab the money out, take it to the police station, and I can pay the bill. So that's kind of how that goes. The bill's due tomorrow. So I'm not going to have time to take care of this tomorrow because Lakers play at 3:30 in the afternoon, which I really am not happy about. But and of course I got Bible study at 4:30. So everything that has to be done today. But I made the mistake also yesterday of not purchasing certain things at Target that I need. So it might be a situation where I'm going to Target twice, because what ends up happening is I can buy some of that stuff now and some of it later, so I'm not just lugging stuff back and forth all the way that trip. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I got to get the money from Target, but I might have more to buy than what I can put in my backpack. So that's really what it comes down to. I don't really want to be carrying stuff in hand all the way down to the police station and all the way back. So maybe some stuff can be purchased tomorrow. I may have time to at least make this trip to Target during the day. I also want to do laundry tomorrow. So yeah, it's just I made a real mistake not getting stuff that I needed yesterday, and it wasn't just a mistake. I mean, they didn't have everything I needed yesterday, honestly. I needed oatmeal, and the Sunset Boulevard Target didn't have any in stock. So yeah, I had enough left to eat this morning, but I don't have anything now, so they better have some over here, or I'm gonna be trekking around this neighborhood trying to find freaking oatmeal. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's what I got going on today. So I feel pretty good. I woke up in a prayerful mood. It was very good energy. I was thankful for all that God has been doing for me, and praying for people and that kind of thing. So that was kind of mood I was in this morning. I got up at like 7:30 and started that up, and it was freezing just like it was the night before. It wasn't quite as cold, but it was still cold as it gets for what we're used to. It was like 40 degrees last night. It got as low as 37 the night before. So it's nippy for what we're used to, but right now it feels pretty good because the sun is out. So yeah, it's nothing to it. This is actually pretty comfortable weather for me right now. But throughout the course of last night and this morning, and that cold air that stayed in that room, it was crazy for me in terms of what I'm used to. So I was like, I don't even want to get out of bed, even though I woke up early. I didn't get out of bed till like 10 something, to be honest with you. But I was up the whole time. So and that's kind of how my mornings went. This morning has went. I slept well, and I feel pretty good. Watched the Laker game last night. Did the video. All that stuff is uploaded for those who care about that kind of thing. And after the game, I listened to all the videos I made last night and fell asleep, and that was it. So that's kind of the night I've had, man. It's just a little frustrating that I have so much that I have to purchase. It's going to take up more space than my backpack can hold. If I was really thinking, I probably would have brought the bigger backpack. That big bag that I have. I wasn't thinking. I should have just brought that, and then I'd have been able to carry everything, but I didn't do it, so it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's a lot of relief now that GR money is in place. I can purchase things that need to be purchased, so I'm not worried too much about what needs to happen as far as me, how I'm gonna pay for things and stuff like that. It's been a little frustrating considering it, but you know, it is what it is. And since we have a short month this month, it makes it even easier because they paid me my GR early this week. We're due for another payment on the 7th, so that really helps a lot too, knowing that it's going to be a quick turnaround. So yeah, man, that's really what's going on. I'm just trying to manage what it is I got to manage, and try to just keep my faith, keep my mind on what I need to. So yeah, man, I hope everybody's having a good start to their weekend, and You know, it's keeping their energy high. It's a lot of stuff that can keep people down, keep people frustrated, keep people feeling like they're hopeless or whatever. Make you feel like it ain't a whole lot going on that you like around you. Government can't be trusted in most countries, it seems. It's a lot of stuff going on, man, and I just tell people to stay prayed up, keep their mind on their focus, keep their mind on what it is their goals are, stay informed. You know, yesterday the theme for me was use your voice and, you know, speak out and you know, be a part of the solution in this world. And don't turn a blind eye or a deaf ear to people who are trying to raise awareness, who are trying to spread the word about what it is that is going on in various situations where people need help. It is so important that if you're not going to be somebody who doesn't need talking, that you do a lot of watching and a lot of listening. You know, that's what I ask of all those who choose to be silent, who are playing the role of, you know, of the quiet. Do a whole lot of listening since you're quiet. There should be a lot to listen to. So, yeah, man, that's what it is. I started watching the Tucker Carlson, Mike Huckabee interview. That became a talking point for a lot of people yesterday. Mike Huckabee, the ambassador for Israel. Tucker Carlson, the conservative talking head, who's taking the approach of challenging Israel. Not the biggest fan of Tucker Carlson, but I do like the stances he's taking right now and trying to raise awareness for what it is that this country is dealing with in regards to Israel. In a world full of people who are afraid to speak out, he's not. And so that's something I can appreciate. I may not agree with everything he says, or really, he might not be my cup of tea for entertainment or whatever, but when it comes to this type of conversation, I think he's extremely important. And so that's really what it is, man. I'm hearing about what the situation is in Iran. As we've talked about many times, it seems like this country is getting ready to go to war with Iran. And from what I understand, somewhere around the 18,000 rather number, the U.S. have decided to give the IDF 18,000 of our own soldiers to fighting alongside the IDF, to basically be IDF soldiers. We literally gave them 18,000 of our brightest and most courageous. And I just say, man, it's about time for God to step in. I don't know what the Lord's intentions are, and certainly far be it from me to say that, you know, he's late or making a mistake. But when you learn what I learned, you see what this country's doing. Dying for Israel is equivalent to dying for the devil. It really is equivalent to that. That's simply what it is. And the more we learn about these folks, the more we understand. And not only should we not be fighting for them, but we probably should be fighting them. It's pretty obvious that they are the enemy of not only our country, but really the enemy of humanity. And if you don't know anything about those folks, then what I'm saying is going to sound nuts. But when it comes to what's going on in this world right now, truth is much stranger than fiction. And the world is a lot safer without the Zionists and the Israelis having literally any space at all at this point. We are all safer with those liars not in a position to do anything but sit and rot in prison. It's God's honest truth. And it's a lot of them, and they're all over the place, and they're in positions of power, and they're structured maybe as your next door neighbor or your doctor or your lawyer or whatever, but what it really comes down to is they serve Satan. That's what it boils down to, man. They're going to tell you they serve God through Judaism, but the God they're talking about is not the God we serve. That is a lie. It's been a lie. And I want to tell all the Zionists something else. I'm listening to only maybe 20 minutes of the interview with Huckabee and Tucker Carlson. It's going to be extremely difficult for Zionist talking heads to drive home their points to people who are awakened to what it is that they're about and what it is that they're doing. Because what I think they're going to probably end up feeling is if Mike Huckabee did a poor job of representing Israel during that interview. That's what I think they're going to say. That he didn't do a good enough job of making us look good. Your entire ideology, Zionists, is going to look bad no matter who you put up there to explain it to the rest of us. Because it is warped. It is satanic. You are discarding of individuals for your own interests. It is selfishness. It's against every moral thing any of us have ever taught one another or taught our children. You guys are the bad guys. So whatever you try to do to try to push upon us your rationale, it's going to deteriorate because you're doing things you should not be doing for causes that are not any good at all. So I would say, don't get mad at Mike Huckabee because he walks away making Israel look bad. Anybody that's trying to represent Israel and speaks on what it is that they're doing without effectively lying, well, is going to fail. You got to lie really well to make any of that palatable for the American people. It's not going to be palatable. You can put anybody in front of us. Pick one. Find someone. Bring us your best. Once he starts trying to make the case for what it is y'all doing, it's going to deteriorate. It's not the vessel that fails to help you win PR wars. It's the ideology and your choices itself that fail the PR test. What you're doing is going to fail all PR tests. Because at the end of the day, it's wrong. So anything short of saying we are doing wrong for our own interests and we're pleased with it is essentially going to fail you. Because people are going to look at you and understand that you're full of crap. When it's time to answer questions, you're not going to be able to work around basically what betrays our ethics. You can't connect to the American people with the ethics that you provide yourself. The ethics that motivate your movement, it betrays what it is that we understand to be righteous. So even as you bring about whatever lies you need to tell to try to rationalize all of this to us, once we start asking certain questions, you have got to start combating having to answer those questions. Because the logic is going to break down, your true intentions eventually get exposed, and then from there you're going to lose the PR war from at that point. No matter who the talking head is, no matter who you put up there trying to rationalize it, all it takes is a person asking a few questions, and you had better get to psychologically combating the conversation or mucking up the conversation. Reality is the truth, without the presence of those psychological tactics, it's just we better than you, we want to do what we want to do, and we serve who we serve, and you need to do something about it. That's the truth. But that doesn't necessarily align with what it is that your intentions are, which is to deceive, lie, be celebrated for things that you're not doing, be believed to be better than you are. You serve the deceiver, so you have to lie even when it's not necessary. And that's the point. You're at war with the truth, and because you're at war with the truth, it doesn't really matter if the truth is better suited for your ultimate reputation. There'll be a great deal of people who will support you being a bad guy. Coming out saying, yo, we're the bad guys, somebody stop us. Ain't no Superman coming. The Force ain't with you. We're the Imperial Stormtroopers, and we're taking over the world. And we're going to sacrifice people to Baal, and ain't nothing you can do about it. There are going to be more people who support that than you're going to find people supporting whatever lies you're telling, trying to cover up that being the case. Just being honest. So don't be mad at Huckabee. Anybody, and I mean anybody, is going to fail trying to push that nonsense onto these people. We weren't raised to look at any of that as if it makes any sense at all. And we're not stupid enough not to continue to ask questions as the things that you say continue to come out of your mouths that don't add up. So as we go forward, just understand those two things. Bdf 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.